Okay, the last we left off was Kira was like talking to Nihon in her little pseudo grave she made to be one with her and grieve her. And she was talking about how how full circle Orham and her came and how happy she is and that she loves him. And then guess what? This dude out of nowhere comes and grabs her and tells her, be silent. If you're gonna be silent, I'm gonna hurt you. She agrees to be silent. He turns around to face her. See, look how peaceful she was a minute ago. He turns her around to face him, and then she finds out it's her cousin Salim. It's her cousin, her auntie's nephew, her brother's sister's son. The same sister who left her in Africa and got her parents killed so she could take over their company. He tells her that my mom went to jail because of the crime. And because she was so proudful, she killed herself in jail and now she's dead and now you have to pay. And she didn't, mind you, Kira knows what happened to True, but she's still grieving because she's the only family she knew. She never met the son. And he's like, well, you have to pay now. Because your husband caused this. And if you don't, I'm going to kill everybody who's close to you. And he names somebody, he names people close to him. He says, Nur Shah and Ali Cho, your brother Musa, Afifa Hatum, I'm going to kill everybody. And so she's like, okay, of course, shook. So on the other side of the Istanbul, you have Miriam and Kenan. And Miriam and Kenan last episode was walking towards Kenan's office for a night picnic in the office. And Kenan asks Nerfus, can I be your daddy? And she's overcome with love and emotion, and so she can't talk. She don't know what to say. And she says she's afraid of saying the wrong thing. So, she's a little hesitant, so she just smiles and hugs him. And they smile and hug, and they're so in love. So he releases her, and Hera goes back in the house. She goes back to her room, and Orham's like, hey, where you were? Orham notices that she's scared. She's like, oh, nothing. I just went to get some fresh air. Okay, I'm good. We can go back to bed. So he puts her to bed. And she obviously is disturbed by what just happened. And Orham, being the loving, caring, knowing husband that he is, he knows her. He knows something wrong, but she's not telling me. And so he's worried about her. So she goes to bed. Hera ends up having a nightmare because of the situation. Obviously, if you're stressed out, it will permeate your sleep. Kenan is so in love. He's so in love with Miriam. He's so in love with Nefis. He's so in love with life. And I'm here for it. Kenan is bae. This is some Kenan core right now. Shout out to Kenan. Shout out to the actor who plays Kenan. You really made me feel. So Hera has a dream that she's walking through the mansion and no one's there. And then she sees this blinding. And in the blinding light is a shadow of a man. And it looks like her cousin. It looks like her cousin's silhouette because of the beard. I thought it was Orham, but it looks more like her cousin. More broader shoulders, taller frame. It looks like her cousin coming to get her in this blinding light. So the next day, Orham tells her to rest. You had a nightmare, rest up. And he gives her, and then she pulls out this bank card. The day before, he gave us this brochure. He gave her the brochure and said, hey, you're my wife. You have your own bank account. Do what you want with it. And then, so she's like, well, I could take that money and pay him off. So outside the mansion, you see the security, and they're wondering, what is going on? The dude was like, I got a headache. The other dude goes into the house to get some air. Here's the other dude, and they're wondering, what's going on? And he's like, I don't know. I just blacked out. And then here we are. He's like, well, thank God nothing happens. Nothing. The door wasn't open. I think everything's cool. Let's just pretend it's never happened. So last night, a random pizza man delivered a pizza to him and said, hey, here's a pizza. I mean, I understand fat status. I really understand. But still, you don't know where this pizza come from. You didn't order pizza. Why would you eat said pizza? But lo and behold, the pizza man is revealed to be her cousin. He drugged the pizza. And that's how he snuck into the mansion without nobody knowing he was there. He's literally been surveying this. So I guess Orham told Ali Cho that Hira is resting. She probably don't feel well, and he goes to comfort her. And he says, "Hey, you're sick. You know, when I was sick, you watched over me." And she smiled. She said, "No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I just had a bad dream. I'm gonna get up soon. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good." And he's like, "Okay, cool. I'll go play with Musa while you rest up." So back at Miriam's house, Miriam and Kenan have decided to move up the date. That was in episode 149. And so you have 150 was them no, that's 150 to move up the date. So now 151, we are right now. They have to do the formal ceremony of asking the guardians to agree to the marriage. And so they was like, well, we got to set this up. So they go to tell, they Kenan brings Wulsa, his sister, and then Kenan goes to tell Marion's parents, Rashid and Fife, hey, we're going to do the ceremony today. Now we have Nursha. So Nursha was silenced by her mother, telling her she's not allowed to reveal who actually sent the article to the press. But Nursha's like, well, I'm not going to reveal it to him because I promised my mom, but I'm still going to press charges because you know what? I got attacked and I got hit on the head and I could have died. So she goes to the police station and gets the reporter arrested for assault. He's like apologizing. He's like, Nursha was asking, I didn't mean to hurt you. And he's like, I just ran panic. And he was like, well, you should. I'm a person. That could have been worse. I could have died. You just wanted to save yourself. You didn't care about me. So going to jail. Back at the mansion, Hira gets stressed and Orham sits her down and said, hey, you know, I know something's wrong. And he tells her how you was fidgeting in your sleep, like you have something to say, but you don't want to say it. When are you going to tell me? You should tell me. Please tell me. And she's like, nothing. Like, look at this look. He is the most calculative person. And it's not necessarily in a scheming way. It's more like a prepared way. It's like he's definitely the military man of preparedness. Like, he knows her. And she's still like, nothing. So the lovebirds are out for a stroll. And they stroll past their dream home when they were little. And then she was like, Kenan, let this be the only regret we don't have because, you know, the house was bought by somebody else. And so they can't get their dream home, but they're finally getting their dream life. They're finally together. They're finally happy. And then Kenan was like, oh, bet, I already bought this house. And she was like, what you mean? We wasn't together. He's like, just in case one day you came back to me, I bought this house. This is going to be our house. No one was going to have our house. We're going to have our house, and it's going to be great. Don't worry about furniture. Don't worry about this. After we go to our honeymoon, I'm going to take you and Nephis on a vacation. And we're going to have a happy life. This is our life. This is our dream. And I'm so happy to be with you. And it's my duty as your husband to make our dreams come true. And she's like, oh my God. So the gushing bride-to-be that she is, she calls her homie, her new bestie. And she says, Hira, guess what, girl? I'm getting married and I want to invite you to the wedding. I mean, Hira just was basically kidnapped, like literally a couple hours ago. So she's not in the best mood, but she tries to fake the funk and says yes. And then Miriam's like, your voice sounds weird. She's like, no, I'm good. I just couldn't sleep last night. So, you know, I'm going through some stuff. But I'm good. I'm so happy for you. So Hira goes to Orham's office and like, hey, let me tell you about the good news about Kenan and Miriam. And then Orham says to her, it's good that they got together. When a couple loves each other, they can overcome anything. You could tell if they talk to each other and be honest, they can overcome anything. Like he's landing on thick. Like, hey girl, if you love me, we can make this work. You know, this is what love does. We talk to each other. So Hira's going to leave, and then Orham's like, she didn't tell me again. And she turns around and tells him everything. And of course, he's so livid that he has to stand up. Number one, his wife was threatened at their house. Number two, the little cousin had the nerve to extort money from him. Number three, she's sad because he is her cousin, so she agrees to give the money. And number four, her security, something happened. The security was slacking, didn't even tell him. Like, you know, he like controls all the pieces, and so he's mad. Like, what the freak? So the cousin, homeboy Payson, like, okay, yeah, she gets text, she's on her way. She's showing up. She actually gonna bring the money. So he's excited. So then he goes around the corner to get, and when he goes around the corner to get the money, it wasn't Hira who gave him the money. It was BDE, Big Daddy Orham. And he was like, the only reason I'm giving you this money is because she wants you to have it. Just look at his face. Look how surprised he was. Big daddy energy. Or him got you.